Pepe, aka the fattest frog in the entire goddamn world, has been on a tear. Quite literally, over the past 6 weeks alone, Pepe has gone from about a $3 billion market cap all the way up to $11.11 billion. Just for reference of how truly large the Pepe market cap ran to, it was nearly large enough to be in the S&P 500. It was about 60% of the way. Now, obviously, that's a complete bullshit comparison. Obviously, a meme coin is never going to get into the S&P 500, but it just shows you the true scale of how large this thing truly was. And listen, it's got the streets talking.
Rev, I need a Pepe coin.
Rev. Is it gonna flip Doge? Is it gonna flip SHIB? Is my dad gonna come back from the store ever again? All right, that last one was a little bit sad. If your dad left, I'm sorry. Today, we're gonna dive deep into Pepe and how I actually faded Pepe. I had it about $300 million market cap. I dropped the soap, so to speak. The big frog got behind me and things absolutely happened. I don't want to talk about it. It's a PG channel. But on a real note, today we're gonna have a look if Pepe is topping out or whether it's got a lot more juice in it and it's just getting started. Let's get into it. So real quick, the rise of Pepe. Now, Pepe was a top meme coin waiting to happen. Pepe, if you're not, familiar with crypto, is, I would argue, probably the most sent meme format in all of crypto. It is near impossible to scroll through crypto Twitter without seeing numerous Pepe the Frog memes left, right, and center. It is essentially been, I would argue, probably the top meme used in all of crypto. Every single crypto Twitter account is posting Pepe memes all day, left, right, and center. And it's actually kind of surprising it took this long for a Pepe the Frog meme coin to become basically one of the biggest memes. Doge isn't used as much as Pepe on crypto Twitter. SHIB isn't used as much as Pepe on crypto Twitter. You could make a very real argument that Pepe the Frog is like the unofficial mascot of the degen meme community on Twitter. If we have a look at the Pepe chart, it's pretty much been on a mass roller coaster, definitely not the scary kind. It's been very, very, very lucrative for anybody who was holding Pepe. Now, after it launched in May 2023, it kind of just went on a long consolidation and then started breaking out. These initial breakouts right here was just the crypto community basically pumping Pepe because they knew the meme, they liked the meme, and they liked the stock.
I like the stock.
But the most recent mega parabolic success that took Pepe from about $3 billion market cap all the way up here to kind of like the 11 bill top, or at least the local top, was completely fueled by mass exchange listings. Not only did Coinbase list it, but also Robinhood, which is kind of like the normie stock trading app. A couple years ago when Roaring Kitty got together and they absolutely pumped GameStop, they completely screwed over all of these hedge funds which were mass shorting GameStop. All of these Reddit users got together and started buying up GameStop, and they basically pulled off a short squeeze where the price of GameStop, it shot up so much that it bankrupted a lot of hedge funds. So with Pepe launching on Uniswap, that was some initial volume, but really the mega volume came recently when Coinbase listed it and Robinhood, the normie stock trading app. And obviously normies aren't trying to go and buy, the S&P 500. They're not trying to go buy Microsoft. They're trying to find the next GME, the next GameStop. Pepe basically has that aura to it. It's a fun, exciting meme, and it feels like the same kind of vibe GameStop had. These recent exchange listings on Coinbase and then Robinhood were the major liquidity drive to pump it up to $11.11 billion market cap. And with Pepe having 730,000 followers on Twitter, it has huge awareness and massive reach. So Pepe right now is sat at around the all-time high. It is not a comfy buy at all. As the saying goes, you want to buy low and sell high. However, if I was a financial advisor and my client came to me and said, hey, I'm thinking of buying Pepe. I think it's a good coin. I think I like the stock.
As for me, I like the stock.
I would tell my client, don't buy this thing, it's topped out. But lucky for you, I'm not a financial advisor, and absolutely nothing I say on this channel is meant as financial advice. This is a documentation on my thoughts on the market and how I see things. But let's do some math, okay? With Pepe sat at about a $10 billion market cap, for it to 10x from here, that would mean that Pepe goes to a $100 billion market cap, which would actually put it higher than any meme coin has ever been. Dogecoin last cycle topped out at an $84.5 billion market cap, and Dogecoin is essentially crypto royalty. This is the first meme coin ever. This massive run right here was fueled by a couple things. A, Doge basically being the only meme coin in the space, and B, people like Elon Musk, pretty much some of the largest voices in the entire world, jumping in and stoking the fire, pushing this thing up and bringing a lot of attention to it. And even with guys like Elon Musk posting about Doge all day long, it only went to an $84.5 billion market cap, which again, from a purely math perspective, if we're saying we're in crypto crypto for juicy 10x's, 20x, 100x's. Would I say a new investor should jump into Pepe here and buy it at a $10 billion market cap? If you're looking for a 10x, definitely not. If you're looking for a 3x, you're looking for a 2.5x, you're looking for maybe even a 5, 6x. Yeah, sure. I'm sure Pepe probably has that kind of juice in it. But with Pepe now being the third biggest meme coin in the entire world, the massive mega run that actually makes people multi-millionaires is probably behind us at this point, or at least for this cycle. We are early in the run to a certain extent. We haven't hit the massive parabolic phase yet, but it's definitely not a bear market. We're absolutely in mania right now. Bitcoin in particular is sat at $104,000. On the other hand, coins like Ethereum, which does kind of lead the altcoin and the meme coin market, hasn't broken all-time highs yet. That's definitely a positive thing that's on our side. However, although I do believe the massive parabolic run is ahead of us, Pepe at a $9 billion market cap is beginning to be diminished returns. AKA, it's going to be very hard to get out of this thing with life-changing money if you're investing right now at a $9 billion valuation. So that's exactly why I'm not investing in Pepe. I don't think it has the X's that I want to be juicy enough or worth my time. And I'm definitely not going to put any sizable amount of money into Pepe at a $9 billion valuation. My personal strategy is to find the smaller frog coins that have super strong cult-like communities that when Pepe does start to pump, and I'm sure it will continue to pump, I'm sure it'll pull a 3x, a 4x, maybe even a 5x, the lower cap frog coins are going to chase it. They're just going to do a lot more X's. So let me introduce you to Apu Apustaja. Apu Apustaja is another frog meme coin that is sat at $270 billion market cap. There's something I want to show you very, very quickly right now, okay? And this is going to illustrate my point fantastically. When Pepe back here was sat at about a $3 billion market cap, Apu at the same time was sat at a $50 million market cap. Now, when Pepe started doing its mega run and went up to 11 billion, that was essentially a 3x. Let's have a look at what Apu did in this same exact run. From around September to the Pepe all-time high, Apu went from a $50 billion market cap to nearly 500 million. That is a 10x multiple versus a 3x multiple on Pepe. My personal investment is in Apu. Now, this channel isn't telling you what to do. Absolutely nothing I say is financial advice. You should use my theory here to go pick your own coins. But in theory, Apu has been a much better buy at these lows simply because it's a smaller market cap, which means it needs less money to pump a lot harder. So when Pepe continues, as I'm sure it will, I'm sure it hasn't completely topped out for this cycle, and it continues doing massive X's, Apu is going to chase it. It's just going to do much larger multiples, and you're going to make a bunch more money. I'm never looking to get into the category leaders, the mega coins that are already at huge, massive valuations, so big in fact, they're about 50% off being big enough to be in the S&P 500. I don't have to be a financial advisor to tell you that's probably not the best buy you could do. And with all meme coins, there is no utility. So the major driver of actual success for the meme coin is the huge cult-like community that's behind it. Murad has been one of the biggest names in the entire meme space since he started going viral off his SPX 6900 call, which took it from about a $30 million market cap all the way up to $1 billion. Now, Apu is one of Murad's biggest holdings. And with Murad recently going from about 100,000 followers all the way up to nearly 600,000, he has massive attention. And when normies flock into crypto, which they already are right now, and they're going to continue, they will be finding out who Murad is, and they'll be buying his top picks. Apu just so happens to be one of Murad's top picks, and I believe the Murad shill and the Murad support, backed up with the fact that Apu is essentially Pepe's little brother, and further backed up by the fact that when Pepe continues to run, we have already seen that Apu will chase it. It will just do much larger X's. My bet is on Apu being a much better investment rather than a massive overvalued Pepe, which again is gonna run. I'm sure it hasn't topped out for the cycle. It's just beginning to be diminished returns when it's sat at quite literally a $9 billion valuation. Apu sitting comfy at about 30 times less than that is a much tastier buy, and it simply needs a lot less money to pump into it to go on an absolutely astronomical run. If Pepe continues to run, Apu will chase it. It will just do much larger X's. For Apu to do a 10x, it would only have to go to a $2.6 billion market cap. That is under a third of where Pepe is right now. And if we see Pepe run to a $50 billion market cap, which it very much so might do, it's my opinion that Apu is going to chase it. It's just going to run a hell of a lot harder. And with Murad becoming the biggest name in meme coins, with again his follower count going absolutely parabolic, I believe this is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy, and Apu is going to go on an absolute mega run, likely to 3 billion market cap or more, which would still be a lot less than Pepe. It would just give us way more X's. So that's my thoughts on Pepe. Ultimately, I think it was a good buy at about $300 million market cap. It might have been a decent buy at about $3 billion market cap, but now it's sat at about 10 billion. I think it's diminished returns, and I'd be focusing your attention on the smaller cult-like communities that are essentially acting as Pepe's little brother, just like Apu, simply because when Pepe runs, they're going to chase it. They're just going to do a lot out more gains. That's my thoughts. Overall, if you enjoyed, I suggest you go watch this video next. It's a great continuation from this one. I'm going to jump off your screen in 3, 2, 1. See you there.